Welcome back students. I am your geography teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST June. Students, today we are going to study a new chapter in geography, book first. Chapter name is Human Development. In the second book of India, you have already studied about the human development, where you are aware what is the human development. There in the chapter Human Development, we have studied about the Human Development Index on the basis of country India. In the first book, we will study about the human development on the basis of world. Topics are same, but few things are different. So here in this chapter we are going to cover some more topics apart from the second book, which are also be included in both the books. So first topic which we will going to study today, that is first of all introduction of the chapter, where we will see what is the human development, what is the meaning of human development, and also we will see the different definitions of the human development. At the second number, we will see the second topic of the chapter, that is growth and development. See students, the growth and development both are the important part of the human development, whereas the growth can be in the negative as well as in the positive form. In the other hand, the development is always in the positive manner. And at the third topic, the pillars of the human development, where we will study about the four pillars of human development, in which we will see equity, sustainability and many more pillars of the human development, through which we can calculate the proper human development in a given region or area. So let's start for today's video with the introduction of the chapter, that is the human development. Students, human development means all the activities which are around the human beings through which they can develop themselves in the personal growth as well as in the socio and economic development. That is known as human development. So human development is including with few things, that is known as growth. It can be positive as well as negative. Second, development, where the development can be in various fields, as in education, economy, social, health, as well as many type of different type of development can be included under the development procedure. Here we can say all the things in which the human being is centralized, through which we can see the growth, whether it is negative or positive, or positive or increased development is known as the human development. Now let's see few definitions through which we can check out the actual meaning of human development. So students, here you have seen the different definitions on the human development. The concept of human development was introduced by Dr. Mehboob ul Haq. He described human development as the development which enlarges choices for people and improves their lives. According to this concept, people are central to all development. Here, a meaningful life is not just a long one. It must be a life with some purpose. This means that people must be healthy, be able to develop their talents, participate in society, and be free to achieve their goals by full access to resources, education, and health facilities. There should be no hindrance to a person's progress due to deprivation of life chances, leading a long and healthy life. Being able to gain knowledge and having enough means to be able to live a decent life are the most important aspects of human development. Building people's capabilities in area of health, education, and access to resources is therefore important in enlarging their choices. If people do not have capabilities in these areas, their choice also get limited, and that is known as the human development. Let's see what is growth and development. If we will see simply, we will think that growth and development are similar, but it is not true. Where the growth is having the natural aspects. Growth is natural, which can be positive as well as negative. In the other hand, the development refers to the positive development only. Because the development refers to the quality, whereas growth can refer to the quality as well as quantity. So here we can say the growth is a factor which can be qualitative and quantitative, also positive and negative. And it's a natural aspects of the development, whereas the development is always in the positive form and it refers to the qualitative development of the human being. So here by Mehboob ul Haq and Amartya Sen, they have given some research on the topic growth and development. Now let's see which type of research has been given by Dr. Amartya Sen and Mehboob ul Haq. Students, if we will go through the differentiation between growth and development. Growth is a quantitative and value natural, and it may have a positive increase or negative means decrease signs, whereas the development means a qualitative change which is always value positive. This means the development cannot take place unless there is an increment or addition to the existing condition, and it occurs when positive growth takes place in quality. If we will go through the theory of Professor Amartya Sen, the work of Professor Amartya Sen aims that enlarging people's choice and improving human capabilities and freedoms so that they can live a long and healthy life with access to education and a good standard of living. The term development is different from the term growth. Development is always accompanied with positive qualitative change in the life of people, be it economical, social, political, physical, or spiritual. It indicates betterment of an individual's life with a wide range of choices to choose from as per his desires and wishes. True development will only take place when all the policies of the government are for the people, of the people, and by the people, and where people are empowered to make their own decisions to lead a meaningful and satisfying life, where people will not only survive but will live their purposeful life. Now let's go to the theory on the human development of Professor Amartya Sen and Mehboob ul Haq. Now let's see the 4 pillars of the human development. Let's see what are the pillars of development. The first pillar of development is equity. Equity is not compared as equality. Equality is a different thing and equity is the another thing. Second is sustainability. How we can sustain the productivity, how we can sustain the quality, and how we can sustain the human beings as a resource is known as the sustainability, which we will see now in detail. Third is productivity. What is the productivity of a human being and how it can be utilized for a better resource means better qualitative resource for their country and how they are being a multitasking person for the country's development that should be included in the productivity of the human development. And the fourth is empowerment. As we know, in our society, few groups are there which are marginalized, minorities, and also are in the backward community. So, how we can empower them? And according to the gender wise, as we know, there is a need to empower the women and to make them a better resource and better competitor for the society. So what is the empowerment? We will see these all four pillars in the sense of the pillars of human development. So students, there are four major pillars or basic pillars of human development. These are equity, sustainability, productivity and empowerment, which support the concept of human development. First of all, equity. Equal opportunities for all. Equity is the idea of fairness for every person between men and women and different social groups. For example, each one has equal right to education and health care. Here we can include more examples like in any country, it is interesting to see which group the most of the school dropouts belong to. This should then lead to an understanding of the reason for such behavior. The second pillar is sustainability, which means the needs of today without compromising the ability of satisfying the needs of the future generations. Sustainability explains that we all have the right to earn a living that can sustain our lives and have access to a more even distribution of goods. Next pillar is productivity. Productivity means the full participations of people in the process of income generation and gainful employment. This also means that the government needs more efficient social programs for its people to enhance their productivity so that they become the more effective human resource for their country. The next or last pillar of the human development is the empowerment. Empowerment is the freedom of the people to influence development and decisions that affect their lives. To empower people, government needs to take and implement people-centric policies. To fulfill these aspects, countries or regions should adopt development strategies towards the creation of an economic, social, political, and cultural environment which will enhance individual and social capabilities. Economists and political leaders have long emphasized human well-being as the main purpose of development. Friends, here the first part of the chapter Human Development is complete. In the next video, we will study about the approaches of human development and how to measure the Human Development Index. And for that, don't forget to keep watching SST Zone, and also I am providing you the keywords which are related from this chapter. You have to note down these keywords in your fair notebook.